Good evening. It's exactly 8 p.m. Cairo local time. Welcome to Panorama News. My name is Dina Hussein. I'll be up with the political segment. And we'll start off with the first item. President Abdel Fattah Sisi heads to China to attend the opening ceremony of 2022 Winter Olympic Games held in Chinese capital Beijing on the 4th of February. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassem Radi said the president's participation in the sports event comes at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. In light of the close and strategic relations between Egypt and China, Radi added that the president's visit to China includes holding summit talks with his Chinese counterpart to discuss ways of enhancing bilateral relations, which have witnessed qualitative leap in recent years at all levels. The summit talks also include continuing consultations and mutual coordination on a number of regional and international issues of mutual interest. And Egypt and China have maintained through the last decade a stable and constant developing relationship and have fostered cooperation at all levels. The bilateral relations began the two countries have witnessed an extended path of coordination on the political, economic, and cultural, technological fields.
China and Egypt have maintained through the last decade a stable and constant developing relationship and have fostered cooperations in political, economic, cultural, and technological fields. President Abdel Fattah Sisi said that Egypt and China are seeking to further promote bilateral strategic ties, pointing out that the crisis of the coronavirus pandemic have proved that cooperation and integration between countries on the various levels are vital to guarantee all societies' safety and stability. In a televised speech on the occasion marking the Chinese Communist Party's 100th anniversary, President Sisi lauded the Chinese government's continued role in supporting of Egyptian efforts to face up the COVID-19 repercussions. President Sisi said that the Chinese Communist Party have successfully led China throughout the years, thus securing the country's full independence and restructuring the modern Chinese state in 1949. President Sisi pointed out that this year coincides with the 65th anniversary of the establishment of the Egyptian-Chinese diplomatic relations. The bilateral relations have witnessed an extended path of cooperation and coordination between the two countries in various fields. They also benefit from the Chinese experience, which is a success story that the world seeks to study with the aim of advancing overall development. For its part, China always conveys affirmation of the continued development of its strategic relations with Egypt. This comes in addition to respect and appreciation for President Sisi and Egypt in its pivotal role as a fundamental pillar of stability in the Middle East region. Chinese President Xi Jinping reiterated China's support for Egypt in comprehensive development efforts, combating terrorism and achieving security and stability in the region. Regarding the strengthening of bilateral cooperation between the two countries at the international level, China clarified the acceptance of Egypt's accession as a dialogue partner in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This deals with coordination and cooperation in the fields of combating terrorism and extremism, energy, and science. The two sides praised the coordination that has taken place at the highest levels since the outbreak of the novel coronavirus pandemic. It led to the signing of the joint manufacturing agreement for the Chinese-developed Sinovac vaccine in Egypt. This supports the national strategy for the localization of the pharmaceutical and vaccine industry in Egypt. The head of state also stressed Egypt's keenness to benefit from China's expertise in supporting development programs, activities, and national projects in the country. This especially in light of the modern infrastructure that Egypt now enjoys, which is integrated with China's Belt and Road Initiative. President Sisi also referred to the important role played by the Chinese-Egyptian Economic and Trade Cooperation Zone in the Suez Canal Economic Zone as a successful model for investment cooperation between the two countries.
U.S. Special Forces carried out a nighttime airborne raid in northwestern Syria, during which the head of the Daesh terrorist group blew himself and his family